Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to enroll a user in Teachable and add data in Google Sheets for Razorpay payment. So every time a payment is captured through Razorpay for a particular course, then automatically the same person should be enrolled in Teachable for that particular course, and then the details of that particular user should be embedded in the Google Sheet. Now to do this, we are going to integrate Razorpay, Teachable and Google Sheets with each other using Pabbly Connect. So here our trigger will be Razorpay, which is a payment gateway. Our action application first will be Teachable, which is an online course platform, and our final action application will be Google Sheets. Now to understand how you can integrate and automate this entire process, let's start. This here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, you simply have to sign in, and if you are the new user, you will have to sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you are going to get 100 free tasks so that you can explore this entire application. So once you do that and you reach the dashboard, now on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this. This dialog box has appeared, and here you will have to name your workflow. Now you can give any random name to your workflow. Here, what is my objective? To enroll user in Teachable and add data in Google Sheets for Razorpay payment. Now I'm going to click on Create. And as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the automated response of our trigger application. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you automatically receive a message on WhatsApp or an SMS about the amount debited. Now how does that happen? With the help of automation. And in such a case, your trigger will be the payment gateway and your action application will be the applications through which you are sending these messages. So now let's come to our use case. So here we want that every time a payment is made through Razorpay. So here my trigger application will be Razorpay. Then automatically what should happen? The user who has just made the payment for the particular course should be enrolled as a user, as a new user in a particular course in Teachable, and then the details should be embedded in my Google Sheet. So here the trigger event will be payment captured. So here you can see we have received this webhook URL. Now this URL is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and Razorpay. So I'm going to copy this. Now we have to follow the following steps to do this integration. So let me take you to my Razorpay account. This here is the dashboard. Here we are going to go to accounts and settings. Now within this we have website and app settings. I'm going to go to webhooks, add new webhook. Now here we have to add the webhook URL. So the URL that we had just copied, I have added it here. Then we have the active event. So the event is payment captured. Now I'm going to create webhook. So you can see that the webhook has been saved successfully. Now once this is done, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here it is waiting for webhook response. So basically it is saying that once you have added the webhook URL, you have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Which means that for any particular course, now we are going to do a test payment so that we can understand if Razorpay and Pabbly Connect are properly integrated. So I'm going to take you back to Razorpay. Here, let's go to payment pages. Now you can see these are the different products that I have here. Okay. So here there's this course, online PHP course for beginners. So I'm going to copy this page, and here I'm going to open this in a new incognito window. Now here we have to fill in the payment details. Let's say the first name of the person is Smart. The last name here is Person. Then we have the email address, which is smartperson@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the mobile number of the person, which is +91. Then we have the name of the course. So here we have selected PHP course for beginners. This is for 499 rupees. I'm going to click on pay. And as we do that, here we have to select the payment mode. We have selected card. And now I'm going to fill in the test card details, a mock CVV, and now I'm going to click on pay now, pay without saving card, and here we have to enter a mock OTP. Let's click on submit. And as we do that, we can see that the payment has been successful. So once this is done, going back to Pabbly Connect, let's see if we have received the response here. And yes, here it is. So here we can see that the payment has been captured. This here is the order ID. Here we have the mobile number. Then we have the first name, last name, email address, course enrolled. So we have got all these details. And this here is the payment entity ID. And again, as I take you down, so let's see if we have received the amount. And here we have received the amount also. Now, once I have received the user details as well as the payment details, what do I want? This user who has just made the payment should be enrolled in Teachable for this course. Now, let me take you to my Teachable account. So here, I'm going to go ahead with demo user school. And now here within the school, so there are various courses. So I already have this course PHP for beginners. So I want this user to be enrolled for this particular course. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to set a filter. So this is a feature by Pabbly. And what does it do? So filter allows you to execute the workflow only when the set conditions are fulfilled. And here what I'm going to do, you can see the first step. This is the response received. And here I'm going to look for the name of the course. If this particular course, if this is equals to PHP course for beginners, okay, then only this workflow should continue, which means that if the user has paid for this particular course on Razorpay, then only the workflow should continue. And here we can see we have received the response which says that the status is a success, the message's condition is true. Now when this condition is true, I want to enroll this user in Teachable. So here I'm going to select my action step. This time the application will be Teachable. Let's click on this. And the action event here will be to enroll user in course. I'm going to click on connect. Now to set up this connection, we need the email address, password and subdomain. So first of all, we need the login credentials. So I'm going to enter the information here. Then the password. Then here we have to enter the subdomain. Now to enter the subdomain, it is saying go to admin, sites and domain. So let me take you to Teachable. So this here is Teachable. Now here we have to go to site. Then here we have got domains. And you can see this here is your domain. So I'm going to quickly copy this. Okay, go back to Pabbly Connect. And here I'm going to paste the same. And it is mentioned here that for the subdomain, you will have to exclude this particular part. So we have done that. And now I'm going to click on save. Now, as I do that here, you can see that Pabbly Connect and Teachable are now connected. And once this happens, so here we have to fill in this information. First of all, the course ID. So here we have got two courses and of course, the course is PHP for beginners. Then we have to enter the email address. For this, I'm going to click on this and go to step 1. And here I'm going to look for the email address of the person and here it is. Now this method with which I have added the information is known as mapping. And this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Now, had I written the same information manually, so even when this workflow was running in real time, it wouldn't have taken the new data. Instead, it would have taken the same manually written data. So to avoid that, we map the information. Now, let's map the name of the person. Go to step 1. This here is the first name. Give a space. Let's go back. This here is the last name. Then we have the password. Now for the password, what I'm going to do, I'm going to write PHP and here I'm going to map the payment entity. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see we have received the response. So basically when you're creating a password, you can create any unique password. So this is just an example. And here you can see we have received the response, which means that now this user must be enrolled in PHP course for beginners in Teachable. Let's go and check the same. So here I'm going to take you to the users. And here let's look for the user that we have just created. So yes, here you can see smart person. So this particular user we have just enrolled. So here we have got the details of this user. Let's go to enrollments. And you can see that this particular user has been enrolled for PHP for beginners course. Okay, so basically this means that the second step integration has been successful. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and our final action step here will be to add all these details in my Google Sheet. So here I'm going to select Google Sheet as my next application. And the action event here will be to add new row. So I already have created a Google Sheet. So the name is Teachable Leads. Here we have got the following details: first name, last name, email address and contact number. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. First of all, I'm going to set up this connection. So here Pabbly Connect wants to connect itself with Google Sheets account. I'm going to select add new connection, sign in with Google. So as we do that, here we have to choose the account. So once this account has been chosen, so Pabbly Connect Sheets wants to access my Google account. This is absolutely secure. I'm going to click on allow. So once this is done, here we can see that the authorization has been successful. Okay, now here we have to fill in this data. First of all, the spreadsheet will be Teachable Leads. Then since there was only one sheet, so you can see that the system has already captured the same. Now let's map this information. First name, so let's go to step 1 and this here is the first name. Last name, let's go to step 1 once again. This here is the last name. Email address, again here I'm going to look for the email address and then the contact number. So here as I take you down, this here is the contact number. Let's click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received the response. Let's go and check our Google Sheet. So yes, here you can see that we have received the information, which means that our entire integration process is a success. So every time a new lead is received through Razorpay payment, so automatically that user will be enrolled in Teachable for that particular course and the details will be added here in the Google Sheet. So now let's check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Razorpay and here is our course. I'm going to copy this link once again, open this in a new incognito window. Here is the payment page. Let's say the first name here is new. The last name here is user 567. Then the email address here is user567new@pabblytutes.com. Then here we have the mobile number, which is +91. And now the name of the course. Let's click on pay. So here we have to choose the payment method, which is card. Let's fill in the mock details. And here I'm going to click on pay now. Pay without saving card. Let's enter test OTP. Click on submit. And you can see that the payment has been successful. Now I'm going to quickly take you back to Teachable. And here we are going to go to users. Now here you can see new user 567 has been enrolled here. And now let's go to enrollments to check for the course it has been enrolled to. And yes, the name is PHP for beginners. Now I'm taking you to Google Sheet and we can see that we have got the details here. So this means our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger was Razorpay, where the event was payment captured. Then we had set a filter by Pabbly so that the workflow continues only when the payment has been made for a specific course. Then our action application was Teachable, where the event was to enroll users in a specific course. And our final action application was Google Sheet, where we had to add the details of the new user. And the event was add new row. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.